Hello, today we're going to be solving for the answer to this equation. The model represents the equation x plus 2 is less than positive 4. What is the solution for the inequality? But before we get started with answering this, we have to highlight the important parts.
So we highlighted all the important information. We highlighted the question in yellow and we highlighted the equation in purple.
Okay, let's get started with answering the question. But before we do that, let's write the equation, which is x plus 2 is less than positive 4. Now let's look at answer choice A, which says x is greater than positive 2. But if you want to think about it, what plus 2 is 4? Well, that's easy, 2. But since x plus 2 has to be less than 4, it can't be greater than 2. So we can't use A because A says that x is greater than 2. But as we said here, x plus 2 has to be less than 4. So it can't be greater, x can't be greater than 2. So A, we can't use. Let's look at answer choice B, which says x is greater than positive 6. But as we said while we were answering answer choice A, we said that it can't be greater than 2. So it definitely can't be greater than 6. So that's a silly answer, which is a no.
And now let's move on to answer choice C. Answer choice C says x is less than positive 2. So let's look at this. So x, let's look at the equation. X plus positive 2 is less than positive 4. So this number has to be less than this number, which means in this section right here, this number is less than 2, which would be right, because if this number right here is bigger than this number, then it would be 4 or greater than 4. So I think this answer is right. We're going to check D just to be sure.
Okay, since now we said answer choice C is correct, or at least we think it's correct, let's look at answer choice D, which says x is less than positive 6. So like we said while we were answering answer choice C, is that x is less than 2, which means x is also less than 6. But if it's less than 6, it could also mean that it could be 4 or 5 or even 4.5. So this could also mean it could be any of those numbers between 2 and 6. So that can't be the answer.
We're going to show you this test taking strategy that will help you do this problem easier on tests so that it'll be faster. So we're going to write the equation first. X plus 2 is less than positive 4. So right now, we're trying to figure out what this is, this x. So I'm going to highlight that. And then, so this number right here, so if this was a multiplication sign, you would do the exact opposite of it. So you would do a division sign, and if it was division, you would do a multiplication sign under it. If it was a subtraction sign, you would do an addition sign. And since it's an addition sign, we're going to write a subtraction sign under it. And then you write whatever this number is down below. So subtracted by 2, and then whatever you do to this side, you have to do to this side. So then we subtract 2, and then we're going to draw a line. And then plus positive 4 minus 2, positive 2 minus 2 would be 2. So that would be, and change the color so we can see it, 2, or that would be 0. So that basically, instead of putting a 0 here, we're going to put x. So that's what we're trying to find out, which is x. So we're going to put an x there, and we're going to put this sign right here. And then what's 4 minus 2, which would be 2. So x is less than 2, which would be C. That's the test taking strategy.